Hey, Eagle fans! Your Statesboro Walmart is your one-stop shop for all your Georgia Southern football and game day needs. Pick up your GSU sports gear here. We have t-shirts, hats, tote bags, koozies, stadium bleacher seats, car spirit flags, wall pennants, beads, and more right here at the best prices in town. Also, don't forget we can handle all of your tailgating needs with our great food trays, baked goods, and fresh, high-quality meat, seafood, and chicken.
Walmart. Save money. Live better. Walmart.
On this week's show, preseason camp continues for the Eagle football team. We take a look at how things are shaping up at running back and visit the annual Little Eagles camp. All this and more as we welcome you inside the Eagles Nest. And welcome inside the Eagles Nest. I'm your host, Josh Aubrey, being joined as always by Matt Yogus and a host of Nats here on the banks of beautiful Eagle Creek as the Georgia Southern Eagles right now in week 2 of their preseason camp. And Matt, your thoughts on week 2? Things are starting to maybe clear up a little bit. I still say one of the big areas that a lot of people are watching out is not only the quarterback situation, but also the running backs.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The running back situation's still up in the air. We've seen a lot of good things out of L.A. Ramsby. I think there's no doubt about it that he's going to be on the field this year at some point because he's just too athletic not to be. But as far as who's going to be the major contributor at that position, we still don't know. You have a deep group of wide receivers. You have a deep group in the defensive secondary. And the linebackers, surprisingly, are a lot deeper than I kind of thought heading into the season. That's a good-looking group. So there's some really strengths on this team, but there's some areas of concern, too, like you mentioned. And quarterback, Kevin Ellison's still the guy, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. When
you break down the running backs, each one seems to bring a little bit different things to the table. You've got Matt Breida, who seems to be the fastest, quickest of the bunch. Then you have L.A. Ramsby. Question marks still out there about how he's going to recover from his knee surgery from last year. And then you got a guy like Ian Days, a big, huge back who can fill things up. You got some small ones out there as well.
Yeah, Devin Scott's a guy who's been out there before playing the A-back position. He's on the smaller side, but he can certainly move. And Days, like you mentioned, at 230 pounds, he's surprisingly fast. He's not a burner by any means, but you wouldn't expect him to go as fast as he does.
All right, well, speaking of the running backs, let's get out and hear from the coaches and some of the players about how that position is shaping up.
Things are coming along really good with the offense, especially coming from a triple option that we ran last year. I feel like things are going really good. Most of the backs are used to running to this offense, so it's easier of a transition for most backs. I feel like the running back situation is going well right now. We've got great competition in the backfield, and I feel like our backfield is loaded.
It's a little challenging, but it's all new, so it's interesting. Every day you're learning new stuff, so you kind of want to do it because before we all knew the plays and triple option, so now we're learning new stuff. It's very interesting. We got different backs do different things, so right now, like you said, it's wide open and everybody competing.
Very exciting. I played back in the spring quarterback. Now I'm back with the running backs. We got a good bundle of running backs. We all just competing and getting better every day, trying to get ready for the first game. Everything is good. Everybody working hard, we're getting better every day. Offense starting to come together now. We got today was the 8th practice. We got about 20 more days of practice until the game. And we're just trying to get better every day for NC State. I actually felt pretty good today. I think I'm getting close, but I got a long way to go.
I feel like the running backs are getting better daily, improving every day. I think the heat the last couple of days have got to us mentally, so we definitely have to focus a little bit better and push through the heat and the grind. We require all our backs to be able to pass pro, run inside, run outside the tackle, so we don't want to differentiate what a size and how that could affect the game, so we feel like all our backs got to be complete backs and carry out fakes, run inside the tackles, outside tackles, catch the ball. So I'm not looking at it from a size standpoint, just looking at who can be that total back.
I've seen some good things, I really have. Ian Days, a little bit bigger back, 230 pounds, got some experience. We just got to keep him healthy. He's had a hard time staying healthy since he's been here at Georgia Southern. L.A. Ramsby moved from quarterback to tailback. He definitely looks the part. He's about 210, 215, 5'10". Got great quickness, speed, power, courage, hands. Will block as well. He's a very physical guy. You saw that when he was playing quarterback, and I thought it would be a good move. Matt Breida has got sensational speed. I mean, the guy is, one of the fastest guys in our team, if not the fastest guy in our team. And all of them are very, very coachable. And You know, I think those three right now are kind of ahead of the pack, and they're all three going to play in that first ball game. And you know, then someone's going to emerge, and that guy's going to be the guy, or maybe two of them will emerge, and they'll help us decide the pecking order.
Would you prefer to have one guy be the guy, or have a
I think, you know, with what we do offensively, we got to play with at least two backs. You know, and I've never gone a season where I've had, you know, one guy make it the whole year. You know, and we'd like our top guy to get somewhere around 15 carries, and our next guy to get, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 carries someplace in there. The thing is going to be a little different for me over the last 4 years. Our quarterback's going to carry the ball a lot more than what he carried it when I was at the last place.
Well, Matt, one of the big things you notice out here at the practice field is how quick and fast things are moving. Not only the tempo as far as the practices themselves, but also in the reps they're getting.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Fritz says he wants to get 3 plays a minute in during the practice sessions. The offense is going to be completely no huddle. So at times they really are going to be trying to get as many plays crammed into a shorter period of time as they can. But even when they're not, they're still going to be in the no huddle offense. They'll look to the sideline for their plays. So it's just about getting used to, you know, not only the no huddle thing, but being able to get plays out, get them called, and get them run in a hurry. And it's been an adjustment. They said, you know, in that first week they're getting about 2 plays a minute, so they have a lot of work to do to get that 3 in.
All right, well, we had a chance to talk with Coach Fritz about the tempo and how things are going out here at practice.
You know, you're either creating good habits or bad habits. And I really do believe you're going to, you know, play like you practice. If you practice lazy, you're going to play lazy. You know, the fire-up speech in the locker room works about maybe for the first kickoff, and that's about it. From that point on, you know, you're going to have to do a great job of pushing yourself, and that's what we're trying to get our guys to do. And you know, working a lot of fundamentals technique, the most stressful part of the game, that's what you're going to have to rely on when you have that one-on-one battle within the war, so to speak. You know, I got great confidence in both my coordinators and my coaches. You know, I have a little, you know, tape recorder, and I go over notes of anything that I see that I think we need correct. We have a staff meeting every day at 3 o'clock, and you know, my first practice here in the spring, I had 60-some notes from practice. The first practice here of preseason, I think I had high 30s. You know, and today I'll probably have about 12 to 14. You know, a big part of being a head coach is player personnel. You know, making sure we're playing the right guys and we got them at the right spot. And you know, and evaluating our guys as far as performance is concerned. Sometimes the coordinators get so in tune with the schemes, they don't see the big picture as much, and that's what I'm trying to help them narrow their focus to at times. But you know, there's some plays that, you know, when we get a little closer, you know, I'm also identifying, here's what we do well on offense, here's what do we do well on defense. Let's make sure we're accenting that when we go up to Raleigh and play, rather than the whole package, you know, and you know, I think I can help my coordinators out with that. But they both, Jack Curtis on the defensive side and Doug on the offensive side, and the assistants, we've got a great staff, we really do.
Well, Matt, before we go, one of the kind of fun things that helps break up the monotony of the preseason camp has been the Little Eagles camp that goes on usually fairly early in the practice schedule, and that had about 200 kids out there. A big fun day had by all.
Yeah, I remember they asked the kids who wants to be a quarterback, and about, you know, maybe 10% of them raised their hands. I thought to myself, when I was that age, everybody wanted to be a quarterback. But it was a good time, great time for the kids to meet the players to get to interact with the kids, and it's really fun to watch.
All right, well, here's a little more from the Little Eagles camp.
Well, it's a great opportunity living in Statesboro where we have Georgia Southern here. And I mean, anytime activities come up like this and it's a free activity, our kids get to come out and enjoy things. And we've got the football players, the coaches here in this great stadium. So it's a great thing for all the community members. I think getting out on the big stadium field and playing the field that the guys play on Saturday nights and whatnot, the kids I really think enjoy it for sure.
All right, one final note before we go, Matt. Basketball really not in the news right now, except right down the road at the College of Charleston, where they just fired their head coach for some verbal abuse charges that were going at him. Mark Byington, obviously a longtime coach, is an assistant at the College of Charleston. His family's from there, so you got to raise your eyebrows a little bit, even though he's only been Georgia Southern's head coach for 1 year.
Yeah, we haven't spoken to Coach Byington. You know, we just got that news, but you know, you got to imagine his name is going to be mentioned over there in Charleston. He was the heir apparent to Bobby Cremins when Cremins retired. Cremins wanted him to take over. He was the interim coach when Cremins had health problems out there, but they went another direction after that. So, you know, his name's going to get tossed around. You think he's going to see things through here. He's going to the Sun Belt. Charleston's going to the CAA, both a step up from the Southern Conference. But Georgia Southern got some pieces coming back, could put together a pretty good team here in the first year in the Sun Belt.
All right, and of course, read the Statesboro Herald and check us out online at statesboroherald.com for more on that. And for now, that'll wrap things up. For Matt Yogus, I'm Josh Aubrey. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.